and Chanukah Sameach. I'd like to share with you something which I noticed in last week's Parsha, this week's Parsha. If we look at the beginning of this week's Parsha, we notice that Yosef is in a very gloom situation, being in the prisons in Egypt. A week ago, when we read about Yosef being the favorite son of his father, being in a wonderful family, home situation, all of a sudden his brothers take him, grab him, throw him into a pit. His whole life changes. He's sold, doesn't know where he's going, he ends up in Egypt. One thing leads to the next. Here he is in the prison in the Egyptian country, foreign country. On the other hand, his brothers probably are continuing the life which they think is a good life. They were living a life, taking care of the sheep, taking care of their father. They had this brother who, for whatever reason, they thought should not be with them in Yosef, and they decided to sell them. And they thought that they were doing the right thing, and they were living in the type of life which they thought they should be doing. Whereas Yosef, as we mentioned, is in a very, very gloom and undesired situation. Then all of a sudden the tables turn. Yosef resolves Pharaoh's problems with his dreams. He becomes the second to the king. And his brothers happen to have to come to Egypt in order to get their food for their family. And Yosef starts dealing with them in a way which they don't understand what's going on. They're being suspected as being spies. They have to bring down their brother Binyamin. And here the situation is the exact opposite. Here Yosef seems to be in control of the situation. He knows what's going on. And the brothers have no clue what's going on. They're like, what's happening? What's going to be with us? What's going to be with Binyamin? What's going to be with our father? Their whole lives are becoming a turmoil. So again, originally, their brothers seem to be living a clear and well-defined life, and Yosef's life is in turmoil. And now it's the exact opposite. Yosef's life is clear, he has a clear idea what he's doing, and the brothers have a life of turmoil. But the truth of the matter is that really neither of them really understand what's going on. Because what's going on is something much bigger than both of their attempt to get rid of the brother and his attempt to try to somehow bring his father and his family to Egypt in order to save them during the years of famine. What's happening is HaKadosh Baruch Hu has a master plan. When Yosef was sent to look for his brothers, it was the beginning of HaKadosh Baruch Hu's plan of how to get the Jewish people into Egypt and to how to have the long galut which he had promised Avraham Avinu. And what the brothers did and what Yosef was doing was not out of clarity, such clarity that they really understood what they were doing. They understood what they were doing for that moment. But it was leading to something much different, much bigger than they had any clue about. That is the concept that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is running the show. We do a lot of things in our lives which we're supposed to be doing. We're trying to lead the lives the way we think they should be led. But a lot of times HaKadosh Baruch Hu is behind the scenes and running things differently than we think and that we want. And I think this is an important chizuk for all of us. Because there are times in our lives which we think should be directed in a certain way, which we led in a certain way, which we lived in a certain way. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu has different plans for us. It's different plans for our personal lives, for our immediate surroundings, and sometimes as plans for all of Klal Yisrael. And then we always have to know that whatever situation we're in, when they're good situations, for sure it's easy to turn to HaKadosh Baruch Hu and say thank you. But even when the situations are sometimes not exactly the way we want, or sometimes even very difficult situations, we always have to remember and know that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is running the world. He's directing our lives. We also have to remember He's doing it for a purpose, for our good. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is Tov, and He's doing it for our good. We say in this Shir Chanukah Sabayis David, every Shabbos, Tov Lodot LaHashem U'Lezamer LaShimcha Elyon. We should praise Hashem. It's good to thank Hashem. Lagi ba'boker chazdecha ve'emunatcha ba'leilot. To say in the morning the chasadim which He does and the belief we have at night. Laila is the time of darkness, it's a time when things aren't always so clear. Boker is the time of light, the time when things are very clear. In the morning we'll say the chasadim. But at night we'll always carry with us the emunah that we'll be able to carry on, and there'll be a new time when the lights will appear. Now it's Hanukkah, the time of lights. Hanukkah is the time when we light the lights of the menorah, and we are aware that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the light of the world. Torah is the light of the world, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the light of the world, and on Hanukkah we kindle these lights. We should always have in mind that the light of the world is always shining. You just have to try to look for it, and when it's not so shining as we would like it to be, to know it's still there, and Yirtzeh Hashem, the light will shine and kindle strong in the future. Inshallah, the great Hanukkah. Be well.